Hello everybody, welcome back. This update in Universal Tower Defense came out a few days ago. I've just been trying to um, do the new mode solo, and I finally have a team that could do it solo. So yeah, um, I got Shiny Luffy and Shiny Zoro. I have a lot of mythics, so I have Shiny Zoro, yeah, Shiny Zoro, and then I have an extra Shiny Zoro somewhere. But yeah, and then this update it has Roger, Garp, Mihawk, and Sabo. Roger and Whitebeard have a synchro drive that's a clash. Um, Sabo and Ace have a synchro drive that's like a new unit that does a lot of damage. It does a lot of damage, but it's a line AoE, and yeah, it's kinda eh. And then Mihawk, I don't know what he does, but he just does a lot of damage, and then I'm pretty sure Garp's pretty bad. I mean, he's good, but he stuns your units, so I don't really like using him. So I will look. Here's the tier list right now. Meta overall. Sinbad is glitched right now, I believe, where he does a lot more damage than he's supposed to. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. DPS, the Ace and Sabo synchro drive is like the best DPS basically. And then yeah. Here's the elemental tier list. So there's that, and then here's the team's tier list thing. One Piece, you can do those, and then both farms or replacements for them. And then crit team, this team is really good. And then DOT team, basically Ace and Sabo synchro drive. And then yeah. Anyways, so the new mode is really like, it's hard to macro because you need to have units like, okay, so there's two stages. There's two versions of the stage. So basically, the first part is you kill all three admirals, and then once you kill all three admirals, it's timed. You get teleported to a straight path where you have to stall out Garp. He's unkillable. He has 100 trillion HP, and then you need to stall him out for 2 minutes. So it's really hard to macro because the units in this game have a lot of, like, you basically have to do crits to do any damage, and crits are very like RNG dependent. So yeah, I already evolved Sabo, and then I need to evolve Mihawk. Let's see. I'm just gonna evolve shiny Mihawk if I can find him. There he is. Boom. Evolve shiny Mihawk. Boom. His shiny model is really good. And then Sabo's shiny model is just him with his hat and stuff. So, yeah. I already have Roger, but I don't have enough to E6 him, so I only have him E1. He's 0 yen to place. It makes sense with his passives and stuff, but I will go into the Admiral Defense, try to macro it tonight, and I'll come back tomorrow morning and I will like check up on the things. And then Garp, he's a trial unit. You need to complete Admiral Defense game mode 25 times and then find the Straw Hat, which is a 5% every match to spawn. So just if it doesn't spawn, just keep restarting the match and it'll spawn. So I will be back when I get a bunch of Rogers and I'll showcase them. Okay, I macroed the Roger stage last night, the Admiral Defense, and I got enough Rogers to E6 him, but I need 4 more Universal Fragments and 5 more, or 7 more Petal Fragments. Okay. I'm not gonna go for the like the shiny or serialized Roger, because I mean I don't know. He's not that good, I don't think. So yeah, I'm just gonna farm some shards and I'll evolve him. And I also almost got Garb. I need the final quest for him, so I'm gonna do that once I evolve Roger. Okay, I got all the fragments. Let's, if it'll load. Pirate King, evolve. Boom. Nice. Okay. Now we evolved Roger. Now we need to get Garp. So, okay. I don't know what just happened. So, the last quest is to find the Pirate King's hat or something. Find the Straw Hat. So, we go in this mode, the Admiral Defense, and we keep restarting it until the Straw Hat appears. I'm pretty sure it appears like right here. There's 3 spots, but the only one I know is right here. So I'm gonna restart until it appears. Okay, Straw Hat, boom. Now, if we go to the lobby, we should have Garp. Okay, claim, and boom, we have Garp. So, I don't know, or well, you get the Evo item from the quest, but I don't know if you need any like shards or anything. Okay, I just need 4 universal fragments. So, to craft those, I need 4 petal fragments. So, once again, I'll be back once I get the petal fragments. Okay, I'm gonna evolve Garp. Boom. Nice. So... Boom. Okay. So, I'll get a team together and I'll showcase all the stuff that's in this update. I'll showcase Mihawk, Sabo, and his thing with Ace, and then Roger in this thing with Whitebeard, and then Garp. Even though I don't have Garp fully etherealized, but you know, I'll be right back. Okay, so I guess I'll showcase Roger first. I already have him at upgrade 2, and if I sell him, he'll stay at upgrade 2 because of his passives. But you know, so upgrade 2, it's just slashes. Then upgrade 3, it's a full AoE hockey attack. So basically, I don't have any gear on him. I don't have any gear on any of these units besides Sabo, because Sabo is absolutely amazing. And it's just the Warlord set, so it's like the best gear in the game right now. But yeah, so Conqueror's Coding. This unit has a fixed crit rate of 40% that cannot be increased. After this unit is sold and placed again, gain 40% crit damage, capped 200%. This passive does not work if the unit is sold by the owner. This unit has a placement cost of 0 and retains all upgrades after being sold. On placement, gains stun immunity for 5 seconds, follow up with attack 3, which is the full AoE one. Apply radiation for 50% damage over 15 ticks, gain 100% damage, follow up cooldown 15 seconds. On attack, negative 25% damage. On max upgrade, negative 10% damage. When the buff reaches 0%, use the active ability to sell this unit. If this unit is not sold using the active ability, the upgrades will reset. When this unit is sold with this passive, auto place the first peace tag unit at this unit's position. Auto place unit gains 25% damage. Auto place cooldown 15 seconds. If there are no available peace units, this unit gains a free upgrade next placement. When this unit is stunned, ignore the stun, 65% damage, follow up with attack 2, cooldown 10 seconds. On attack, enemies drop 15% more yen if they die in range. When both Quake Warlord and Pirate King are fully upgraded and within each other's range, release a synchro attack dealing 600% of the average damage between these two units to all enemies on the map. So basically, you want Roger and Whitebeard to have the most damage with their synchro attack. So basically full damage gear, and basically that's it. It's just a big nuke. So that's Roger. I guess we'll go to Garp next. So Garp first. Okay. I'm gonna place Roger right here and max upgrade him so he can. Or wait. Oh wait, these are flying enemies. I need to place Sabo. Okay. We'll just ignore him for now. So Garp, um, first attack, just rushes in and does a bomb. Second attack, line, bombs, like, yeah. If you've ever seen One Piece, Garp throws bombs, basically. And then third attack, full AoE, and it's like the galaxy impact, or I think it's what it's called. Like I said, the the damages on these units don't really matter because like the we don't have gear, we don't have ruler. So I'm gonna place Sabo over here so he doesn't intrude. Okay. So unit info. Every warlord tag in range, 25% damage cap of 100. Every 40 seconds, if Pirate King is in range, stun Pirate King for 10 seconds. Otherwise, stun a random warlord tag unit for 5 seconds. If when a boss is in range, stops attempting to stun units in range, 100% critical rate. If Pirate King is in range, synchronize Pirate King's attack with this unit's SPA. When this unit gets stunned, 12.5% damage cap 50%, gains stun immunity for 50 seconds. When damage cap is reached, stun immunity becomes permanent. Every attack, 5% chance for this unit to stun itself for 10 seconds. If this unit does not stun itself, chance to stun itself increases by 5%. When this unit gets stunned, reset the chance back to 5%. So basically, Garp benefits from stunning himself, but doesn't at the same time. It's weird. Garp is kinda good, but not really. There's better units. So yeah. Okay. Now Mihawk. He's a hill. Both the mythics are hills. So there's his first attack. If yeah. And then he changes attacks with his passives. So he has a long SPA. So you his passives, you want him to have like a low SPA. So let's look at his passives. On attack, deals 70 or 7.5% more damage per enemy hit. This buff caps at 15%, 15 enemies hit, so it gets affected by buff potency. When attacking more than one armored enemy, deal 1.65 times damage to armored and hyper armored enemies. Every 100 takedowns unlock either Armament Hockey or Observation Hockey. Armament Hockey, 35% damage, 50% critical damage. Observation Hockey, when no enemies are in range, switch to Stance 1, 500% range, 50% negative 50% SPA. Every one stud further the enemy is from this unit, deal 1% damage per stud. Attacks during Observation Hockey do not count towards sword stances. And sword stances, this unit has 3 sword stances and starts with stance 1 on placement. Every other attack, switch to the next stance, instantly release a follow-up attack. When reaching stance 2, 60% damage and 20% critical rate. When reaching stance 3, 5% critical rate, 25% critical damage. These buffs stack up to 4 times. So once again, it gets affected by buff potency. So he's good if you have enough buff potency and like crit rate and crit damage. Yeah, I would think crit damage, sure, crit rate, pants, and buff potency hat would be best on him, just because like he benefits from buff potency. Okay, now let's go to Sabo. Sabo is really good with the synchro drive from Ace. I'll show the synchro drives, Roger and Whitebeard and Ace and Sabo, after this. So, first attack, he jumps in and does a flame, and then upgrade 2, line, just a bunch of flame barrage things, flame slashes with this pipe, a circle AoE, a bunch of flame slashes with this pipe, and then final attack, a large cone. He doesn't do a lot of damage, but he does a lot of damage with his synchro. So, let's read his passives. Burn to a crisp. Active ability unlocked on this unit's final upgrade. Place down a flame wall on the pass within range. If an enemy has burn applied, deal 65% damage. Otherwise, deal 100% damage. Cooldown 45 seconds. Flame Emperor. For every wave pass, 10% DOT, cap 100%. When a boss is spawned, 25% DOT. When a boss enters range, 20% DOT to all allies in range. Dragonclaw. When hitting an armored or hyper-armored enemy, mark the enemy. If the enemy has lost his armor, apply burn for 10% damage over 3 ticks. When hitting a marked enemy, deal 1.75 times damage. Remove the mark from the enemy. So, he's kind of bad without his synchro. But him and Ace combo well because like you just heard, he buffs DOTs. But if you're using him and Ace together, you might as well synchro drive them. But yeah, now I'm gonna pause the recording and get the synchro drives ready, and I'll be back. Okay, we have Whitebeard and Roger here. So we have a synchro drive, or well, it's a synchro clash, kind of. So basically, when you activate it, Roger and Whitebeard should like clash. Boom. Yeah. They do the hockey clash, and holy. Yeah. So it's just a big nuke basically. So you want Roger and Whitebeard to do the most damage, and then 600% of the damage average out is the thing. Okay, so now we have Ace and Sabo. So if we do Synchro Drive, it only gets like Sabo's stuff. It doesn't get Ace's stuff. So it gives Sabo straight Sabo's like gear, everything. So if or it's a line AoE, pretty cool effect, and then he has different passives. On attack, apply burn for 150% damage over 9 ticks. Burn from this unit can crit. So you want to have crit, like crit gear and stuff. I have crit damage and crit rate gear on right now. When a boss spawns, plus 15% damage, negative 10% SPA, 5% range. When inflicting burn to a boss, burn will last 2 ticks longer, so 11 ticks. When an enemy with burn dies, apply critical burn to nearby enemies. When attacking an enemy with burn, reset the duration of burn. So basically, it's just reapplying a bunch, like 150% damage burn, just reapplying and critting non-stop. It's really OP. So basically, Ace and Sabo's synchro drive is like the best unit in the game right now. It does the most damage basically. But yeah, that was this update. If you enjoyed, hit that like button, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you all in my next video. Peace out.